2 lives in one day? What? Almost have everything onto the pan. I think we got, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 inches left over in one of the 45-gallon barrels. So however much that would be, 10 gallons maybe, probably a little bit less than that. We'll get that put on here soon. Then all the sap will be on the tray. I do have this left over from the last boil a couple days ago. So we'll reintroduce that because I ran out of time a couple days ago to get that finished. At about 216. So keeping an eye on that. See the bubbles starting to tighten up. Neat stuff. We're gonna try to keep it hot. I am working under a deadline a little bit this afternoon too, so probably only about another hour to throw at this today. However far we get, just flood the pan, make sure it's plenty deep, that it won't scorch with the residual heat carrying it over, and pick it back up tomorrow morning and finish it off. If it does make it to that, I'm sure it will. I don't imagine I'll get through the rest of this in the next hour, but we'll get through it pretty quick tomorrow. Then I would think maybe 2 or 3 hours tomorrow, and we'll have everything in bottles. Change your mind. Who's there watching? Come say what's up. This weekend may be it. I'm hoping not, but it may be it. Looking at the long range. It's cold today, so going to warm back up tomorrow. Today, we got down in the 20s last night. Not going to really get out of the 30s today. Warm up a little bit tomorrow, so I expect some run tomorrow, maybe some run on Monday. But it's going to get warm and stay warm. I don't think we're going to get lower than 50 for a couple of days. Maples near the house look like they're getting ready to start budding. The woods trees where the big lateral lines are, those should bud a little bit later than the yard trees. But even if it does end now, this ended up being a really good season. Almost 1,000 gallons off of 72 taps. It will be 4 weeks on Monday that we've been tapped, so good season so far. Pretty happy with it. Took a lot of work out of it, getting rid of the buckets and doing the lateral lines. Been very happy with that. Thank you, Gary. Jerry? Bottling up some 4-ounces today. 4s and 12s. Kind of a little bit light amber for some late season stuff. A little bit surprised that. But this first draw off, it was some pretty concentrated sap that we were running, so it didn't take too long to get to the first draw off, so it didn't spend a ton of time on the pan. We turned about 300 gallons of sap that we've collected. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, I collected 300 gallons of sap. I got RO'd down to between about 70 and 80. So it was pretty high sugar content stuff that we've been boiling this morning. So that first run of stuff, that first draw off, probably why it's a little bit more amber than I would expect for some late season stuff, but it's really pretty. I'm real happy with the way the stuff filtered today. All right, excuse the noise for a minute. Gotta turn the pump on. Making sure the pre-warmer's nice and full because we are going to getting pretty close to another draw off. So want to be able to, we'll turn this flow rate up to make sure that enough liquid stays on the pan so that we don't scorch. Creeping up about 218 now. I don't know, I might have showed you guys this already, but that's the concentrated sap, so we're working the rest of that over. So the pan, my gimbal's going crazy. So we'll set you guys down and you can watch me run around like crazy and do a solo draw off real quick. That's the filter from our first draw off. Alright, so we're showing about 220 on the thermometer now. I'm going to give it a look with the refractometer. See where our bricks are at. Alright, a little over 68. So we're a little bit past, but that's not a big deal. I'm making my diatomaceous earth slurry. This is a part of our filtering process. Some people add the diatomaceous earth straight onto their pans. And what the diatomaceous earth does is it's got a real open cellular structure. It's like ground up seashells and stuff. It grabs on to all of the impurities and stuff, all of the sugar, sand, and the niter that are inside of our syrup, and it helps make those bigger, I guess, so your filters grab onto it easier. Keep all the filters up under the vent hood so everything stays damp and warm. That helps with the filtering. Oh, that dripped on me, that was hot. Get that all lined up. Yowza. Snap the tank on the top. On your sticker. Slurry goes in first. And we start our draw off. So when it is this high of sugar content, you can see the thermometer there. We're at about 222 right now. So we're definitely past syrup here. So all that I do, you can see the difference, how this is hanging onto the bubbles longer. It's a lot stringier and stickier because it's the higher sugar content versus down here. So what I'll do is I'll watch the temp, and then when it gets back down in range, what I'll do is I'll shut this valve off and I will check again what is inside of this tank here on top of the filter. I'll grab the refractometer and I'll check it again. I'll kind of mix it and check it, and I'll make sure that it's diluted down enough. I have added enough lower bricks liquid to it so that it's back within the range. So like right now, we're probably close to like 70, and we need to be under 68. So by incorporating the lower stuff, the lower brick stuff, I am able to get back to the syrup range, and then it won't go crystalline inside of the bottles. Here's some that I did, I think last week. I messed around at the end, wasn't paying attention. I was filming a goofy video is what I was doing. Wasn't paying attention and it went too far, and I didn't have any sap to add to it. So I just drew it off, filtered it, and as you can see, it kind of went crystalline inside the bottle, and it is super thick. So right now it's still above 220. I'm going to turn the flow rate up some from the warming pan. Keep the fire hot. Who else is here hanging out with us? Now we're down to about 69. So it is working. We're coming back down. So I'm going to let a little bit more of this lower brick stuff work its way in. We'll check it here again in just a second. Still hovering at about 218, 219, so we're still real close there into that range anyway, so. See where that gets us. Right at 66, perfect. The vacuum pulls it right through that filter material. So what might have taken 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, gravity filtering, we just got done in 45 seconds. But I won't lie to you, the vacuum filter is definitely a splurge purchase. They are not cheap. Very good looking. Right now we're at about 186 degrees bottling, which is good. We want to be up above 180. Be sure the pan's not getting shallow. Whoops. Lost one. Everybody's being shy. Nobody wants to come say hi but Jerry. Clean that one. I really do like these 4-ounce bottles. I think they're just so cute. Ah, you got it. Set you on this stool. Bang. All right, there we go. There. So other than I had to do this custom filler, the spout that this came with had too big of like an neck on it, maybe you'd call it, or it was too big for the necks of the bottles. So we had to custom make this little copper one to reduce it down, but it's worked out perfect. Close to the end here. It's always a little tricky doing that tilt maneuver. Not make a mess. Start dropping them back in this box. After we bottle them, we store them upside down to make sure the whole inside of the bottle gets sanitized, as well as the cap. Clean and sealed. All right, this will be the last one. We'll see. Well, maybe one more. Not quite all the way. Look at all that waste. Nah, I'm just kidding. K-Stew. Let's see, how many did we get so far today? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Looks like we've done 34 ounces. And we finished off a case. We did 12 ounces to finish off a case. Get this fire back on. Thanks for hanging out with your boy. Keep an eye out for more videos. We'll see you next time.